This is a true Hollywood heavyweight. J.K. Simmons is one of the most accomplished actors in the business, earning an Academy Award, a SAG Award, and a Golden Globe for his unforgettable performance in Whiplash.
And of course, fans know and love him as newspaper editor J. Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man franchise. Now, J.K. is taking on a very different role in the new series, The Westies.
Yes, so this drama follows the infamous New York City gang of the same name. And J.K. plays Eamon Sweeney, the ruthless leader who is not someone you want to cross.
Jimmy. I know you think you're pulling off some grand illusion here, but let me tell you something an old man knows that you don't. The truth always comes out. Get some rest.
Wow. J.K., welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. So the Westies is inspired by a real-life gang that operated here in New York City back in the 80s over in Hell's Kitchen. How much did you know about their story before you signed on to this?
I knew when I was an actor / waiter in the early 80s, walking back from Joe Allen to my crappy little sublet in Hell's Kitchen, that I needed to look over my shoulder, you know, with my pocket full of tips. That's what I knew about the Westies, yeah.
So you worked in Hell's Kitchen, like, when they were at their height?
Yeah, absolutely. Really, the 60s is when they started, and they pretty much ran Hell's Kitchen when it was still very much an Irish-American enclave, you know. Yeah. Obviously, by the 80s, it was much more diverse and is much more diverse now. But, yeah, they were legend.
J.K., you play a bad guy so well.
Yeah.
I mean, that clip is just ominous. And, you know, in just a few seconds, like putting your hand on somebody. How much do you like being the bad guy?
I just like doing something different from whatever I just got done doing. So, you know, it's always been fun ever since my theater days, you know, to go back and forth between, you know, drama, comedy, good guy, bad guy, classic, modern. It's, you know, it's one of the joys of the good fortune in my career to get to do different kinds of things.
So we mentioned, of course, fans love you as part of the whole Spider-Man universe. You've been there for like 2 decades. We've got a new one coming out soon, but news just broke that you're maybe not part of this next one. Can you walk us through
I don't
what's
know how
true, what's not?
Any of that is news. You know, suddenly somebody on the internet said, hey, Simmons is going to be back in the next
Just
Spider-Man movie. And I'm like, no. I mean, unless there's some surprise coming up that are going to call me tomorrow and ask me to, you know, tape something real quick. Yeah, there was never a discussion about that. So,
okay.
But it was on the internet, so I must be wrong.
And we must ask you about it.
Well, you know how the internet works. Speaking of other roles that you've had, a lot of folks actually may not know this, but you're about to celebrate a big anniversary, 30 years as the legendary voice of the yellow M&M.
Wasn't sure where you were going. I'm also,
we know there's another one.
I have my 30th wedding anniversary is also this year.
Just as sweet, just as sweet.
Yes, well, even sweeter.
The M&M's gig, though, by the way, happy wedding anniversary, too. The M&M's gig, how did that even come to be?
It was, you know, I was auditioning for a lot of voiceovers in those days, and they were looking for the new red and yellow M&M. And actually, I had recently played like a fast-talking, you know, hustler of a New York City cop, a dirty cop, on a show called New York Undercover. And so when I went into the audition, you know, you sign in and they have the specs of, oh, this character sounds like this and this character. And the red M&M was like, oh, he's a fast-talking this and that and the other thing. So I got into the casting director to read the copy. I was going to say the scene, but the copy, and we had this ridiculous, it was like, you know, the actor's studio, this long discussion about, I was like, so I'm going to read for the red M&M, and Janet Eisenberg, she was like, oh, no, Jay, I think you're more of a yellow M&M. And we literally went back and forth like we were talking about, am I going to play Mitch or Stanley in Streetcar? And finally I went, okay, yeah, whatever you think, you know, and then now, 30 years later, thank you, Janet Eisenberg.
Can you give us like 5-10 seconds of the yellow M&M?
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Oh, my God. That's
It just,
really, I mean, you have no idea. I've grown
disturbingly
up with that yellow M&M.
Still in him.
JK, thank you.
And
Thank
congrats
thank
again
you.
on the wedding anniversary.
thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
His new series, The Westies, that premieres this Sunday on MGM+.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.